Yes, welcome to another video. I'm Lewis above Miss Jordan. This is the FA Cup quarter-final preview where City take on Everton. Yes, it's going to be a big game. Obviously, Everton are a decent side, great manager, so I'm not expecting it to be a walk in the park by any means. Goodison Park as well, bro.
A walk in the Goodison Park.
That wasn't even planned. Right, before we get into it, guys, let's set a like target. Let's go for 1,000, so make sure you smash that thumbs up button if you do enjoy the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you want to help support the channel, get your name on screen along with other perks. Become an extra club member, link in the description. I want to tell you as well, guys, this video has been sponsored by the GOATs at Manscape. Now, Manscaped have this thing here. It's called the Lawnmower 3.0, right? And basically, it's to help you groom yourself below the waist without getting those nicks, cuts, and, you know, all the other niggles that you don't want. This is waterproof. It's cordless. It even has a torch on it. You see that?
See the dark,
blinded by the lights. Yeah, and really smooth. I use it all the time to keep myself smooth and fresh. Get yourself one. Go to manscape.com. Use code EXTRA for 20% off and free shipping. That's code EXTRA at manscape.com for 20% off and free shipping. Get on board. Check it out. Right, okay, Bray. What we're talking about first? Aguero?
Yeah, Aguero. The guys had a stop-start return. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. Sometimes we're expecting him not to start and he gets thrown in. But he's looking raring to go. I know that there was all the issue with the players not passing the ball and that. And
yeah.
But that's, he's going to be frustrations as a striker. When we are playing false nine. When you put a striker on the pitch, the team aren't going to know what that is. You know what I mean? You put Aguero out there, they don't know who he is. They're like, that doesn't make sense. So they're not going to be passing around that because it's all the false nine system. However, there was chances where you look at it and go, "Ooh, probably should have passed to Aguero there." But for me, it just shows that he's ready and he wants to be able to show himself and prove himself.
He's got that fire in his belly, mate.
He wants to get on the ball. He wants to get some goals, innit? So whilst he's raring to go, chomping at the bit, innit? Throw him in. Let's start him in this game.
Well, you know, it was obviously he's never nice in it to see a player like, you know, having a bit of a moan, and not really moan, but being upset about players not passing to him. Yeah. And as you say, there was opportunities where players could have passed to him, but it just didn't. But for me, I'm still in this phase of where I'm just looking to see Aguero improve week on week in terms of his match fitness.
Yeah.
Especially in that game against, you know, Gladbach. It didn't really mean anything. I know for him he wants goals, but for me, and I think probably Pep, we want to see him playing consistently, staying injury-free, becoming more match-sharp, and I think we're slowly starting to get that. The question is now, do you throw him in against Everton? It's a really big game, obviously a tough match. When we played them there at Goodison a couple of weeks back, I know we won, 3-1, but it was a pretty tough game. So it's a question whether you throw him in. Personally, I think I do want to throw him in. However, in my head, I'm like, why? You know what I mean? False nine has been playing so well for us. Why mess it up? But, you know, he's the goal, innit? You know what I mean? And, yeah, I'm just like, throw him in. Let us know in the comment section below, actually. Do you want to see Aguero start this game against Everton? It's a tricky one. Another tricky one is Riyad Mahrez. Now, I see some people having a bit of a pop at Riyad Mahrez, you know, and then some of his fans, right, playing it down. Now, here's where I stand on the Riyad Mahrez situation against Mönchengladbach. I thought he played really, really well, got himself into really good positions and had a couple of opportunities, in fact, more than a couple, probably 3 or 4 shots on goal, which I believe the quality that Riyad Mahrez has should be scoring. Now, I've seen some people online who are supposedly fans of Riyad Mahrez saying, oh, no, he was never going to score them. Well, actually, I think you're doing him a disservice and playing down his ability, because I think he has the quality to score that, and I think he probably should have had a hat-trick. However, having said that, he still got into them positions, and I just think it was a, you know, what's that saying, bro?
Bad day at the office.
Bad day at the office for Riyad Mahrez. But I'm 100% sure that he should start again against Everton, because I think if he gets another chance, I think he'll bury it. 100% believe that.
Yeah, I'd back him to bury his next chance. After that, it would have frustrated him a lot. I think he would have walked off that pitch very disappointed with the fact that he had all them chances and none of them went in. And like you say, it is a bit of a disservice, people saying that there weren't easy chances or anything like that, because it's Mahrez's ability that we look at that saying he should have scored, and it's because we know he can do that. We know he has that whip. Him coming in off the right hand side into his left foot, do you know what I mean? That is next level. That's pure Mahrez vibes, isn't it? You want that's the positions that you want him to be in a bit of space, and you back him to score. And yeah, I just think it like you, it was just a bad day at the office. But I think we should throw him back into the team because he's getting in the right positions. He is in the right places. It's just it just wasn't his day.
Not like he wasn't effective, you know what I mean? And another day he could have had 2 or 3 goals quite easily.
Exactly. So against Everton, a team that was going hard to break down, if he gets himself into their positions, I'd be back in to score.
Yeah, and obviously he scored a great goal against Everton at Goodison last time. So I think we should stick with Mahrez, and then that causes a little bit of a problem.
Yes.
What do you do with Raheem Sterling? Now, obviously, you got Phil Foden, Ferran Torres, Sterling, all vying then for that left winger spot. And Sterling, obviously, he's not started a game for how many games now? Is it 4 or something like that?
Something like that.
Which is strange, because since he's joined City, really, you know, he's pretty much been a starter every single week. But the problem that's happening right now, a good problem, is that Phil Foden is playing left wing, and the guy's just absolutely tearing it up. You know what I mean? He's offering something that I've not seen probably since prime Sane, which is he can come inside, he can come outside, he can get us goals. And, you know, I just think it's difficult at the moment for me to get Sterling in that team unless he takes in Mahrez's spot. But I think Mahrez is in such good form. Look, I think it's just a situation where great player Sterling, but at the moment he's just got to wait for his time to get back in the team, as does sort of Laporte. And time will come, someone will drop form or someone will get injured, and then your time's come in, and then that's where you've got to stand up and make it count. But for me, I just think at the moment, you know, it's a good problem to have. You know, you don't want to have just one starting 11, otherwise you end up like Liverpool, where all your players get injured and they just drop like flies. But I think it's a good problem to have, but at the moment, I can't see a way of fitting Sterling into this team, because Foden for me has to play, and he has to play left wing at the moment due to the midfielders who are just smashing it. And I think Mahrez is playing good on that right hand side and getting chances to score, and therefore I can't put him on right hand side. It's a really tricky one, but I honestly don't see at the moment how he can get in the starting 11.
Yeah, it's difficult for Pep. It can be a difficult choice to make. Either way, if it comes to it and Sterling's starting, I'll be happy. I will be happy, because it's still a strong starting. I'm happy with the way that the team is now. I'm happy with pretty much any starters. I like the way it is. There's no real odd formations. I know the Fulham game, even then I was happy. It was something different. But yeah, with Raheem Sterling, I just think it is difficult for him to get in the side, but it just stinks of the whole Cancelo Walker situation, and Laporte and Diaz Stones. You know what I mean, them fighting for a spot. It's just natural. It's a natural thing for the team, and it's something that you want, because you'll see the best. I believe I stick by this, and I believe that you see the best out of the players when there's good competition behind them or in front of them, because they know they need to do better to stick in that spot.
That's exactly right, guys. And this is good. This is good for our football club that we've got this competition. And as you say, it drives each player to do better and better. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you'll just end up with 11 who become stale, and you don't want that. And that's one of the problems that you tend to have with goalkeepers. Goalkeepers throughout the career will always go through really bad form, and if you look at them, the time that it happens is probably the time when they've got no one behind them to push them, you know what I mean? And you need players to be pushing your starting 11, otherwise you'll just go stale and the form will drop off, because they've got it easy. You don't want that. Luckily, we don't have that at City. Right, let's move into our predicted 11. This is the starting 11 that we would pick if we was Pep Guardiola. In the defence, we've changed it slightly. I don't think we've ever picked this before. We've got Ederson, Walker at right back, Stones, Diaz and Cancelo at left back. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Cancelo at left back when he's bombing down the wing. I don't want that. It's when he comes into the midfield, because when Cancelo first started playing left back, what had happened is he'd run down the left, but then he very rarely actually crossed it in with his left. He'd always cut back, and he wasn't very effective there. However, when he drops into the midfield, which, you know, I think left or right, it doesn't really matter. He's min, you know what I mean?
That's where he's dangerous, isn't
it?
He's the danger man in them situations.
So long as he's not bombing down the wing, I'm fine. You know, I need him to come in the midfield and sort of dictate play and become like a little, deep lying playmaker. You know, Andres Pirlo or something like that.
Oh, nice. Midfield wise, pretty standard. We've got for Rodri, centre defensive mid. We've got Kevin De Bruyne on the right and Ilkay Gundogan as the other centre mid. Pretty standard midfield that.
Yeah, and then as a forward, as we've already mentioned, we have Mahrez on the right, Foden on the left, and Aguero up front. However, as we said quite often, you know, the team is the team. You know, I mean, I'm not really fussed at this moment in time, because everyone's playing well. Yeah. And even if they're not playing well, no one's having a stinker at the moment. You know, look at Raheem Sterling right now, right? You might not say he's at the best form of his career, which he's evidently not, but he's not like having proper crap games, you know what I mean? He's still influencing the game a little bit. He's just not at the top level, and if you're not at the top level, you find it difficult to get in the starting 11. However, Sterling could play, Bernardo Silva could play.
We might even play a striker. Oh, we might go false nine again, and I'd be completely happy.
I'm not really bothered. Zinchenko could play, you know, Laporte could play. You know, I mean, you could go on for days. You know, Stefan could play at this rate, and we're we'd all be chilling.
You could pretty much make a whole B side of this team that these players that are involved in. Make the whole B team. I'd be happy if that started over this one.
Yeah, exactly, guys. So, look, I'm buzzing for it. Hopefully, you guys can join us for the live watch along, and make sure you comment down below your thoughts on this preview, guys. Go check out Manscape. This isn't mine, by the way. I just want to say, evidently, this is just a display model only. I don't want you to think I'm bringing my own personal one onto the video, but go check it out, guys. Manscape.com. Use code extra for 20% off and free shipping. So 20% off and free shipping with code extra. It's got a torch, cordless. What is it? Waterproof. It is the one.
You know what, bro? If you get up at night and there's no lights on and stuff, you can't find anything. You just pick up your Manscaped razor. Just find your way.
That's it. Go check it out, guys. Make sure you smash a like on the video if you do enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And we'll see you in the next one.